All right, all right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, fellow patriots. How are you today? I know you don't like my flag. I get it, especially the ones that watch me on YouTube. Now, let me tell you something, that this flag with the People's Republic of China's emblem and the People Republic of America sitting up there will remain as long as we have a person who gets 10% for the big guy from the People's Republic of China. Basically, we have the People's Republic of China sitting in the faux office with a faux president. And I will continue to say that because I'm not on Fox. I am not distributed by the Clear Channel or any others that have came to the big conservative voices on the radio and said, you mustn't. This must remain unmentioned. No one is paying for me. And I believe firmly that this election was stolen by either the Dominion voting machines or the freeze in the middle of the night. You know, really, I think a lot of it was traditional theft, where they froze it in the particular counties where all the fraud happened, like around Atlanta or Detroit or Philadelphia, until the count came in from the more conservative counties so they could see what the spread was. That's why they stopped counting. I think in the future, Republican districts should wait till the absolute very last minute by law before they give their count. Just saying. If it's that night, the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year, however long that your state allows you to hold those numbers back, I think you should. And I wasn't even going to talk about that. That just kind of popped out of my mouth this morning. As everybody's jumping on, hi, how you doing? This is Michael Cook coming to you live from Central Missouri, Patriot Mike, on all the platforms everywhere out there. If you're looking for me, there I am on Rumble. That's the one I'm promoting the hardest because right now that's where freedom is until that changes. Now I'm on YouTube right here. I'm on the MeWe. I'm on the Parler. I'm on the Telegraph as Patriot Mike. I'm on the Gab as Patriot Mike or Mike Cook Patriot, something like that. I'm not on there very often, though. I can't keep up with all this social media stuff, but I do my best. Anyways, it is approximately 8:47 a.m. on February 2nd, 2021. It is Groundhog Day, and the groundhog says we have 4 more years of tyranny. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. But I knew, though, this, that God is not a man that he should lie, nor the son of man, nor a son of man, that he should change his mind. He does not, does he speak and not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? It's a good question, because God's made some promises. And I believe he's going to fulfill those promises. I don't know about all the other stuff. I pay attention to it, but I don't know about it. So let's find that interesting. Silver is still hovering just below $30 an ounce today. Seems that yesterday it took off and then kind of settled in. Wonder why that is. Do you know that if you go and try to purchase silver right now at any of the exchanges, anywhere, they don't have any to sell you? It's interesting. I wonder why that is. This was released. This is from Washington, D.C., Commodities and Futures Trading Commission, Acting Chairman Ralston. I don't know how to pronounce. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. BHAM or BM or BNM or I don't know, BM, released the following statement regarding the recent trading on the silver markets. The FCTC is closely monitoring recent activity in the silver markets. And the acting chairman, the commission is communicating with fellow regulators, the exchanges, the stakeholders, to address the potential threats to the integrity of the derivative markets for silver, and remains vigilant for surveilling these markets for fraud and manipulation. Fraud and manipulation. The price hasn't really moved, but you can't buy any. So if individuals got together in a chat room and said, hey, let's all go buy silver. And individuals all bought 1 ounce silver coin each, or like an eagle or something like that. Or maybe they bought a silver bar, ounce bullion. Is that manipulating the market? Or is pulling all the supply off the shelf so that you can't sell it manipulating the market? I don't know. I don't know which is which. But anyway, I digress. Now, here's an interesting one that I found. I don't know if this is from today or from back when the market was cornered in silver back in the 80s, but I found this interesting just because of the ironicness of this. It says, we think it is unconscionable that anyone would hoard several billion, yes, $1 billion worth of silver. Thus drive the price up so high that others must pay artificially high prices for articles made of silver, from baby spoons to tea sets, as well as photographic film and other products. Now, why do I find this ironic? It's from Tiffany & Company. Yes, Tiffany & Company, who charges 5,000, 10,000, or 20,000% markup on their products because it says Tiffany & Company on it. Isn't that ironic? I don't know what's going on in the silver market, but I think it's a good idea that you have a little. I have a little. And at some point, if there's nothing on the shelves to sell, supply and demand has to kick in here at some point. But I don't know. I'm not a professional in these things. It's only guesswork on my part. But then again, maybe it's a manipulated market. I was always told when I was a kid that when stocks go up, gold and silver goes down. Because people are, cash flow is fluid. It moves to the path of least resistance. It goes where it can make the most money. And when the stock market goes down, people pull their money out of the stock market, put it into gold and silver as a hedge to protect it. That's what I was told. I've been buying and selling gold off the street, scrapping it for a long time. And so I watched the market pretty close. In the last several years, gold has went up when the market went up and went down when the market went down. Why is that, I wonder? I don't know. Gets me wondering. Maybe the house rules aren't fair. I don't know, but I digress. I want to move on from that into a new topic. We're going to change topics here. I want to talk about the other day. I'm going to pull this down and adjust my screen. I apologize. I didn't have my computer set up right. So let's see here. Where's that? Ooh, I don't want that one. Are you still there? I totally messed with my computer. These computers, if they weren't for computers, I just don't know what we would do. This audio clip for you. I don't have the video. My wife is working her other job right now. We're so successful that she has to go to work at another job besides our business just to keep. The good news is that Barack Obama, what a Freudian slip. That's that earpiece in his ear, by the way. Joe Biden just signed an executive order reversing all the stuff that Trump did to put the Obamacare back in place, because that worked out real well for everybody. Sure stuff, for twice as you can afford to pay and all that. But anyways, this is here about Nancy Pelosi and her little talk that she made. Maybe if I can get it to play.
It means that we have members of Congress who want to bring guns on the floor and have threatened violence on other members of Congress.
Chilling words from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Thursday, who in the wake of the deadly siege on the U.S. Capitol said lawmakers would likely need more funding for security to protect them not just from outside threats, but also potentially from their own colleagues in the House of Representatives whom she described as, quote, the enemy within.
I do believe, and I have said this all along, that we will probably need a supplemental for more security for members when the enemy is within the House of Representatives.
What exactly did you mean when you said that the enemy is within? What exactly did
It
you mean
means
by
that we have members of Congress who want to bring guns on the floor and have threatened violence on other members of Congress.
Pelosi did not name names, but earlier in her press conference was asked about newly elected Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene from Georgia, who has come under scrutiny this week for online comments she posted before taking office supporting violence against Democrats, including Pelosi. Greene is the first member of Congress to have openly expressed support for the QAnon conspiracy theory, and in a video from 2019 that resurfaced and went viral this week, is seen harassing a student who survived the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, the year before. Greene now sits on the House Education and Labor Committee.
What would you like to see done about her?
What I'm concerned about is the Republican leadership in the House of Representatives, who is willing to overlook, ignore those statements, assigning her to the Education Committee when she has mocked the killing of little children at Sandy Hook Elementary School, when she has mocked the killing of teenagers in high school at the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. What could they be thinking? Or is thinking too generous a word for what they might be doing?
Greene, in a Twitter post, said some of her social media posts did not represent her views. A gun rights activist and ardent supporter of former President Donald Trump's, Greene is among those who have bristled at increased security measures, such as the installation of a metal detector at the House entrance. Last week, Republican lawmaker Andy Harris was found carrying a concealed gun while trying to enter the House floor. The Department of Homeland Security this week issued a bulletin warning of heightened threats, saying that some, quote, domestic violent extremists may feel emboldened by the Capitol rampage.
So there you have it, folks. Nancy Pelosi is all in a tither about this Congresswoman Greene from Florida because she said bad things about the activists that came out of the school down there in Florida that was shot up. She's a QAnon. One of them conspiracy theory. The problem is, I saw another media report, and I was going to talk about it one time, but it didn't make it. So much to talk about. The problem is that there is no such thing as QAnon. You see, there is no. The report said that they infiltrated the QAnon group. I didn't know they had groups. Is there a secret handshake? Do you have to knock 3 times for they let you in? Is there some sort of meeting where they get funny hats? No, you see, there is no QAnon. There is the Q posts, and there are the anonymous posts, which are 2 separate things. And you want to know something even crazier? They don't always agree with each other. Yeah, I pay attention to them. I don't know. There's my answer. I don't know. But I pay attention because, some of the stuff that they say is interesting. Right? Y'all are there with me on that, I'm sure. But there is no QAnon. That is a mixture of the 2 of them that the media has put out there. And we're going to discuss why that is here in a minute. But they have blasted this new Congresswoman. Just a quick Google search brings up this right here. And these are this is just the first page screenshot of the stuff, the controversial. She's controversial. She's part of that QAnon group. She has a concealed carry permit. And she's a right-winger and a Christian too. She believes in like God and stuff, like what the Bible says. Can you believe that? Those fairy tales? Here's just a few. This is when she was running. Major Terry Green's victory in Georgia underscores an uncomfortable truth for Republicans. The 2020 election brought QAnon into their party. Dum, dum, dum. Far-right provocator versus Florida Congresswoman in November. Yes, the far right. Far-right racist. That's right. Anti-Muslim. That's right. Forgot Nazi, but I'm sure they meant it. Far-right. And then this is recent. McConnell. Majorette Taylor Greene views are a cancer for the GOP. Because we need to get rid of those Trumpsters. They almost took over this country. Can't have that. They have to remain in power. So here's a woman that believes in Jesus, that believes that a person should have the right to carry a firearm, because there's this little thing called the Second Amendment. That believes a person should have the freedom to believe whatever they want to believe. They want to believe some whacked out conspiracy theories that Martians and lizard people are taking it over and you're just wearing the skin of the lizard people and you put the tinfoil on your head to keep them from probing your mind or your butt or whatever. That's a Weird Al reference, by the way. Some of you might get it. That you have the right to believe that. You have the right to your own beliefs no matter how whacked out they are. But evidently, we don't have the right to our beliefs. Let me touch on that for a second. You see, we have this thing called a constitution, at least we used to until this flag had to be raised, because the Constitution is dead. And let me explain a couple of reasons why. One, we don't follow it. The rules only apply to those who choose to follow them, and they don't choose to follow those rules anymore. They create their own as they go. Like, I don't know, legislatures shall choose the delegates, or how that process is done. Article 2, Section 2. Forget that. Throw that in the trash. Don't need it anymore. Got some toilet paper now. But there's this little thing before the Constitution. It's called the Declaration of Independence. It was given the idea of what they wanted America to be. And they said in there that we were endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. That among these are the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Among these means there's more than those. These are just popped out of it. See, we're endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. The Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights doesn't give you your rights. They tell government what they can and cannot do in regards to your rights. But they don't give you or guarantee or grant you rights. Bill of Rights doesn't do that. Where do your rights come from? Where does your right for freedom of speech, freedom of religion, bear arms, not to have your property seized, not to have people quartered in your house? I don't know. What's all the Bill of Rights? All of them. Where do those rights come from? That endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these, I think that's among these. So they come from our Creator, right? But when you have a group of people in this country who happen to run the country right now, who do not believe in the Creator that gave us our rights, therefore you have no rights. Because there's no Creator to give them. So your rights don't matter. And these crazy conspiracy ideas like, I don't know, the right to keep and bear arms or believe whatever it is you choose to believe, those are crazy QAnon conspiracies. It's not like these kind of conspiracies. I'm an American. I'm America's hope and the president's nightmare. I think white men should be put in chains as slaves because they'll never submit to Islam. Ilhan Omar. That's right. That's Time Magazine's right. She's on the cover of, by the way. Just like, no, it's got good company on the cover of Time Magazine. That's right. Oh, here's another one. The Federal Bureau of Investigation is reviewing a claim that Ilhan Omar married her brother. Why would you do something like that? That's kind of weird. But you have that right. Of course, unless it's immigration fraud. But nothing to see here, folks. Move along. We're not going to do anything Congress talk about that. Nancy Pelosi is unconcerned with that. Don't have time for that. How about this one? Sheeb Tlaib. When Tlaib was speaking to a Muslim Brotherhood conference saying the Muslims are here in Congress and other governments, and they're applauding the success of the ultimate agenda of Islam to take over the world. See, we can't believe in the creator God of the Christian Bible, but the God of Islam, that he's cool. That God is cool. We like that God. We're okay with that. And you're saying, but Mike, that's not true. That can't be right. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right about that. It's not true. But maybe there's this one.
Founded after 9/11 because they recognized that some people did something.
Some people did something on 9/11. They just did something. Some people, maybe Muslim people, did something on 9/11, like fly planes in the buildings, screaming the Agbu snack bar. Oh, it was a CIA op. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not getting into that. I'm just stating what happened. I mean, we saw the planes with our own eyes. So other than that, I don't know. But somebody did something. That's right. Somebody did something. Or maybe there's this one.
People love you and you win. And when your son looks at you and says, Mama, look, you won. Bullies don't win. And I said, baby, they don't. Because we're going to go in there and we're going to impeach the motherfucker.
Oh, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Because she's talking about Trump. So that's okay. I've said that about Biden, on the other hand. Well, we can't have that. We can't do that. We can't do that. Because Joe Biden, well, he's grandpa. He's just, he's doing his best. He loves America. He loves you. He's always watching you. He's always taking care of you. Just remember, put your mask on, get in line, and shut up. Or how about this famous one?
This is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. We ain't playing with you. Enough of the shenanigans. Enough is enough. And for those of you who are soldiers, you know how to do it. Do it right. Be in order. Make them pay.
Oh, yeah, those words. Nancy Pelosi doesn't have time for that. We're okay there. But this green chick, she's a QAnon. We got to do something about her. We got to get her out of this Congress. And then we got to get that Josh Hawley and that Tom Cruise. We got Tom Cruise, Ted Cruz. We need to get them out of here too. Because we can't have real opposition. No, they threaten. They threaten our truth or our narrative that we're trying to create to, save the American people from whatever big, nasty monster they're going to dream up now that Trump ain't there no more. Oh, yeah, that's right. We got to impeach him and remove him from office, even though he's not in office. But maybe he really is in office. That's why they have to remove him from office, because Biden is not really in office because he's the faux president, not the real. I don't know. I was going to read something. I was going to post something, and I forgot to post it. I thought to put it on here. I'm going to go ahead and look it up right now on my phone. From my good friend Brad. He posted on his Facebook page something, and I was going to screenshot it. And I was going to put it on here, but I'll just read it to you. So Brad Martin, he posted this on his Facebook about 10 hours ago. He says, to the Democrats and the rhinos who have been calling Trump Hitler for the last 4 years, he says, Trump never censored free speech. You did. Trump never Trump never used the media to silence his political opposition. You did. Trump never threatened to take people's guns. You did. Trump never threatened to put people who disagreed politically with him into re-education camps. You did. Hello, Democrat. Hello, Rhino. Here's you a mirror. You see, the problem isn't the ones who want to say crazy things. If Ilhan Omar wants to say some people did something, then let her say it and suffer the consequences thereof, because people don't have to vote for her. Except in her district, she don't have to worry about it because Dominion and all that. If they want to say F the mother, talking about the president of the United States, the former one, can't say it about the current one, but if you want to say it about the former one, well, you could say that. It's fine. It's okay. No problem. You see, it's called freedom of thought. But it's your side. Yeah, you trolls, I'm talking to you. It's your sides that are shutting people up. You're on here right now. Shut up, you big fatso. Right now, that's what you're saying to me. I know. I see you. But why shut up? You see, when I'm trolling through Facebook or YouTube's or Rumble or someplace, and I come across your side spouting stuff I don't want to hear, you know what I do? I move along. What a concept. Freedom, liberty. You ever heard of it? But there's some more. There's something else going on here. Something bigger going on here. Now, I want you to hear Miss Pelosi in her own words explain what's going on here, okay?
Self-fulfilling prophecy. You demonize, and then we call it the wrap-up smear. If you want to talk politics, call it the wrap-up smear. You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, and they'll say, see, it's reported in the press that this, and this. So they have that validation that the press reported the smear, and then it's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made. And it's a tactic, and it's self-evident.
It's a tactic. It's self-evident. See, what we do is we create a smear, and then we merchandise it, and then you report this, and this. And then we go back and we say it has to be true because they reported it. See how that works? I wasn't old enough to remember. I've only read about it. But really, I'm darn near 50 years old now, but that's a long time. But there was this guy named Joe McCarthy, and we call it McCarthyism now. And if you learn it in school, if you're younger than me and you learn it in school, you learn bad. McCarthyism, bad. See, it just sounds like a sheep for some reason. I don't know what it is. McCarthyism, bad. What was McCarthyism? Well, see, McCarthy believed that there was communists infiltrating our government. And he pointed a bunch of them out saying, there's a communist, had big show trials and all kinds of garbage going on. And they said, no, we're not communists. There are no communists. You're just doing a witch hunt. Huh. And now what do we have? We have a bunch of communists, democratic socialists, which is communism with balloons. Maybe he was right. Maybe if we had listened to him then. You see, maybe they merchandised the smear and then You reported it in the media, and then we referred back to see how crazy he was. And now it's in the history books that he was a nut job. See how that works? That's what they're trying to do with Trump right now. They're trying to turn Trump. See, Trumpism will be McCarthyism 20 years from now, if they succeed. And Trump will be a bad word. That's their plan, their goal. That's their ultimate goal. That's what this is all about. They have to destroy this movement down to if they have to round us up and re-educate us, get our minds right. That's where we're at. Just think about, some of you are older than me and you were around during that era. I only read about it and then coming to my own conclusion that maybe that dude was right, that there were communists in our government. And maybe they won. Because I have to hang this flag because we're beholden to the Chinese now. They were screaming all through the Trump administration. Russia, Russia, Russia. It's all Russia. Russia, Russia. Trump's colluding with Russia. Oh, it's Russia. He's talking to Russia. But they never talked about the Chinese. One thing I've learned about Democrats, and some of the Republicans too, is that when they're pointing fingers and they're screaming about something, what's that Lincoln Republicans? Lincoln Project Republicans? When they're pointing their finger and they're screaming about something, they're calling you the exact same thing they are. And they're trying to distract everybody from that. See, this is right out of Rules from Radicals from Saul Alinsky. Hillary Clinton was a big fan. Dedicated to Lucifer himself right in the front. The first radical. That you blame your enemies for who you are. Russia, Russia, Russia. You're conspiring with Russia. You're teamed up with Russia to steal this election. All the while, you're teamed up with the Chinese to steal this election. Huh. Isn't that interesting? So I don't know. These are just thoughts that are rolling around, bouncing around in the hollow orifices of my brains. Questions that are unanswered. What will tomorrow bring? What will next week bring? Will God move? I don't know about the QAnons. Mind you, there is no QAnons. There are Q and there are anonymous, and they're not groups. They don't have funny hats and handshakes. Nope. They're just on the internet. You can go read it yourself. You can go look at them yourself. You just got to, do a little research. Can't Google it, by the way. Won't come up. While researching for this here this morning, I'm Googling trying to find these things that these people were saying. These, like this right here. You can't Google and find that? Isn't that amazing? That you can't Google and find any of this information? No, you have to go like DuckDuckGo or several other search engines. There's a lot more I wanted to put into this as far as things that, these people have said. You can't find it. It's been erased, removed. Wouldn't want anything bad getting out about our good friends now, would we? It's amazing. But it doesn't matter. God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should change his mind. Does he speak and then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? God will fulfill his promises. God will act. He's made some pretty good ones. If Kim Clement's a prophet, he's made some pretty interesting ones. I still have a feeling And I still have a feeling down inside me. I don't know the timing of it, but gosh, I wish it would happen today. I wish he'd blown this whole thing up in December and oh. But these people cannot get away forever with spitting in the eye of God. And I do not want to be in their shoes when they have to meet their maker. Because God is real. Whether you believe it or not is irrelevant. You know, some of you believe the earth is flat. Does it make a difference what your belief is? No. So be prepared. I don't know what's coming. Lots of videos out there you can watch that are making prognosis and prognostications and promises. I don't have any idea. I thought I knew a little bit. I thought maybe I kind of sort of had it figured out, but I don't know. But I know God's going to move, and I'm prepared for God's movement. I also know that he's promised massive revival this year. So hang in there, folks, because it's going to get wild. I have a feeling one way or the other. With that, you guys have a great day. I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to go get me some more coffee. I got work to do, got some rearranging to do. I do want a little bit of self-promotion, okay, for you ladies that are on here. You know, my wife owns a little jewelry shop that we run out of our business. We deal in vintage, antique, collectible, whatever jewelry. Just she's got a diamondology degree and all, and she's smart. You know, guys, never marry a girl with a diamondology degree. You can't fake her out. I'm telling you, got to buy the real stuff. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is we're going to start selling vintage estate jewelry online. That's right. CC's Jewelry and Things on Facebook. Go over there. Look it up. CC's Jewelry and Things on Facebook. Go over there and follow it, because we're going to probably do something starting this weekend. I think we're going to do live with the cameras, and it's going to be like they do on TV, only it's going to be us little guys. And we got some one of a kind estate. I'm talking 30, 40, 50, 100-year-old jewelry. All kinds of cool stuff. So costume jewelry, silver jewelry, gold jewelry, all kinds of neat stuff. And I would like to tell you about these shiny rocks, but I don't have any clue above that they're shiny rocks and that my wife likes them. But she will get on there. She'll explain it all. She'll tell you the lore. It's going to be a good time. So if you're interested, ladies, I'm talking to you. If you're interested in that, let me know. Comment down here. Yes, I'd like that. I'd like to watch, maybe purchase some jewelry in a little show that you're going to put on maybe this weekend, maybe Saturday, something like that. I don't know. If you like that idea, please comment in there. Let me know that there's some interest in that. And guys, you know, Valentine's Day is coming up here real soon. And so I'm just saying, you know, you want to make a girl happy, buy her a shiny rock to look at. Anyways, hey, guys, have a great day. I will be advertising that in my videos as we kind of get it all nailed down. Probably tomorrow or the next day, we'll make a creative event. So if you go to CC's Jewelry and Things on Facebook, there will be an event created the next day or so. And check out that event, and then we'll go do it. Anyways, that's right. Got to start making some money off these videos somehow. I'm going broke. Hey, guys, have a great day. I will catch you later, and appreciate y'all jumping on with me. Please, hey, look, Facebook is squashing me. YouTube is squashing me. If you're watching on Facebook, please follow me. Please like the video. Please comment and share. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, hit the little bell, comment, share, whatever. Okay? I do appreciate it. If you're watching on Rumble, as this gets loaded, please hit the Rumble button. Talk to y'all later.